In this SMClicks tutorial, we show you how to create a post. Alright, so we're just going to go up here to schedule a post, click that. Alright, so let's just create a post with one of our articles with our parent company Image Building Media. And we're just going to put the title there. I'm going to put a space, and I'm going to copy the URL there and just paste that. Okay, now the long URL will be changed to a shortened URL automatically, which is one of the great things about SMClicks. You don't have to worry about doing that. It does it automatically. And you can leave it like this where it's an image and then it's more information there. I usually like to use just the image right there. Alright, then you can select where this is to be posted. You can select all, or you can just select one. And for the tutorial, I'm just going to select one here. You can change the media, edit the link, etc. like that. One of the really cool things about SMClicks is you can customize the post for Twitter, so you don't have to do a separate one for Facebook and Google and all that, and then do a separate one for Twitter all by itself. I'm just going to paste this right here. Excuse me, copy that right there. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to paste that. I don't have Twitter set up here, but if I did, you could just come in here like this. It would be your shortened URL, and say you wanted to have a hashtag here, marketing. Put that right there. So hashtags, they don't work really so well with Facebook, but they work really great with Twitter. So I've got a separate post there for Twitter, and if I had Twitter set up here and going to send it to Twitter, then that would be that. Alright, so then you come down here and you can choose whether to add it to the queue. If you add it to the queue, it will choose the next available slot on your publishing schedule that we did in the last tutorial. And or you could publish now. You could save it as a draft if you wanted to come back and deal with it later. And there's also other advanced options you can do here. If you wanted to have a little information there with your image, you can do that. Hopefully this will come in automatically, because for good SEO there should be a title to the image already. So you can come up here and you can decide when to have this publish, add to queue, post now, post later, where you set the time and date. You could have post recurring, where you set up a time where it's going to post, and then when it is going to repost. Or you could set it up every few days. It's going to repost for a certain number of times. So in essence, it's sort of like doing evergreen content there. But perhaps you don't have your evergreen content set up, or you want to go and set up a separate schedule. Or you can select optimal time, and if you do that, when you click, there will be a list of what the optimal times are for the most engagement. This is a brand new account, so it's not going to, I doubt it's going to come up here with any times or anything like that. But it will have a list of these, and then I can select one. Let me pause you while this is going through processing here. Alright, so based on the limited information with this account, since it's brand new, and it did come up with a couple of times that are good, as you're posting with your profiles, the system will calculate when the best times. It'll probably be a long list here, maybe 10 or 12 things there. So you can make your selection how you want this to post, and then you can go forward from that. I'm just going to add this one to the queue, and then I select next. You can mark this as evergreen if you want. You have to be very careful with evergreen content. We'll cover this in another tutorial. If you mark this one as evergreen, it's the only evergreen that you have, it'll post it every day. So you got to be super careful in setting up your evergreen content that you don't spam your profiles. And there's a lot of other things that you can do here. You can check into Facebook if you want to do that. You could add with Facebook, you can add a call to action. With Facebook, you could put multiple images on there, and you could set up conversion information to track that if you wanted. Next, keep the automatic link shortening, which you generally are going to want to do so that, number one, you can track your campaigns if you're doing that. You can select next. Then there's a lot of geographic type information, languages, age, gender, etc. If you want to target, you can do that, and then you can schedule. Alright, so since I added this to the queue, I want to come up here, view calendar, and right here the light blue is posts that are scheduled. Once they have been sent, that will be a dark blue. If there are any issues with it, for example, if you didn't have an image with it and you couldn't post to Pinterest, there'll be a pink here to just to show you that there was some issue with it. You can click on it and see what it was. Alright, so if you've got it set up with your preferences, you'll receive an email when these go. If you're sending, for example, to especially groups, and you're sending it to like 10 or 15 or 20 whatever Facebook groups all at once, your email will come in and say that there was an issue, because you can't just spam the groups like that. So the system will send those out slowly. You can come back here later and you can click on it after it's been sent, and you can see the exact groups that it was sent to. And remember that the group has to give you permission to post into there. If you don't have the rights to post, then it's not going to go through. So some of your groups may not go through because you don't have permissions, and other will be fine. All right. I'll leave you here with this tutorial, and we will follow up with Evergreen in just a second. Oh, let me show you one thing else. That is publishing in LinkedIn groups. This is just LinkedIn groups only. The profile, the business page works the same as we've shown, but LinkedIn groups work a little bit differently, and that is you've got your first line is a title, your second line is your text, and then you can have with link before. So it's just a little bit different with the group. So you've got title first, and then you've got your test with a link. And the reason for that is LinkedIn has changed their API on how all this works. A lot of social media software doesn't even post to LinkedIn groups anymore, but SMClicks does. So just remember, you've got to format your LinkedIn groups only. LinkedIn groups need to be formatted just a little bit differently. And as always, when you are starting something new, just try one post. Try it to one group. Go to the group, check it out. You want to walk slowly, because you certainly don't want to spam, especially the groups, because you'll just be banned. So just be very careful with that, and test to move slowly. All right.